Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the props in ReactJS. Props are nothing but properties. Okay. So when you want to send the data from one component to another component, you can make use of props. For example, let's say we have our app.jsx component. Okay. So from app.jsx component, you want to send some data to, let's say, greeting. This is one component which we are going to create .jsx. Okay. So actually how we are going to create the structure, see here, this is, let's say, your app.jsx. So inside your app.jsx, we are going to render greeting component. Okay. Greeting component. So can I say your app.jsx is the parent of greeting component? Correct, right? In the similar way, where app.jsx will be rendered, guys? Your app.jsx will be rendered inside main.jsx, correct? Main.jsx. So your main.jsx is the parent for app.jsx and app.jsx is the parent for greeting.jsx. Okay. Here also I will write it one more time. At the top, you will be having main.jsx. Okay. So your app.jsx is rendered inside main and greeting will be rendered inside app. Okay. So app is a parent for greeting and main is a parent for app. Okay. Understand this child-parent relationship. Why? Because we can pass these properties from parent component to child component. Okay, we can pass the properties from parent to child. So let's write one simple example. If you are not understanding anything, after executing this example, 101% clarity you will get it. Okay. So first we are going to write the code inside our app.jsx. Okay. So app.jsx is nothing but one simple function only. So I will be creating a function. What will be the name of function? 101% it will be app. Okay. Inside this function, I'm going to declare one variable. Okay. Let's say the variable name is name only. And I will initialize it with the value Priya. Okay. Okay. Now next we are going to return something from this. So I will write return. What to return? I will tell you return greeting component over here. Okay. Greeting component. Now where is greeting component? We have not created it yet. We will create it. Okay. So if something we are using, we have to import it, right? So let's import first greeting component. So I will be writing here import what? Greeting component. Okay, greeting component from where it is present. We can write it out here inside the same folder where app.jsx is present. You will be getting one file with the name greeting. Okay, you just import it here. Okay, so now in the same folder, let's create this greeting.jsx also. In the same folder means inside src, guys. Do remember, under your src folder, your app.jsx is present, and under your src folder, same folder, I'm going to create greeting.jsx. Okay. So let's write the code for this. I will write the component name here, file name, sorry, greeting.jsx. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I hope it is visible. So greeting.jsx. Okay, so we will create a function. Okay, so the function name will be greeting. Okay, what this function is doing, it will just print one message, guys. What? Hello. And whatever the name you have passed here, that name it should display over there. Like hello Priya. Okay. But do we have a Priya data present inside greeting? No. This Priya is present inside app.jsx, guys. So what I'm going to do here, while calling this greeting component, I'm going to pass this data of variable name. So I will write pass this name. Okay. name is equal to, this is a key, guys. In key value pair, we are passing name is equal to, and then I'm going to pass this name like this. Okay. Next, this is the closing of your greeting. So what I am telling, you call, this is nothing but a calling of functions, guys, because greeting is a function only at the end, right? So I'm telling call the function, and this will act like a argument. Name is equal to name. This will act like a argument where we are passing to this function. So something should be present here to accept it. So you can pass it here something called as props. Props are nothing but the properties only. Okay. Okay. Understood. This is the opening of bracket. Inside this, what you want to return, I will write return. What? One simple message I will write h1 hello, hello, comma. This name I want to display over there. Okay. This name Priya. So now what is the key in this? Which one is the key? Name is a key, correct? This name is a key. And whatever I have passed here, this is the variable name which we have passed over here. Okay, this is a variable name. This key name, whatever you want, you can give. You can write it over here, first name. Let's say this is first name. Okay, first name is equal to name. Then now inside this probes, what you have? Actually, you have one object like this, in which you have a first name. And what is the value of this first name, guys? Name. What is the value of name variable? Priya, right? So first name is available with the value Priya like this. Okay. Inside probes, you have one dictionary with the key value pairs like this. So now I'm going to tell here, see inside the curly brackets, go inside the props object dot get the value of key first name. Like this we will tell. And next, this is the closing of your h1 tag. This is the closing of return, and this is the closing of your greeting function. That's all. So here we are passing the data from app.jsx to the greeting.jsx. How we are passing the data? In key value format. Okay. So I hope I am clear with how the objects will be created here. So now let's see one more example. Before we jump to the practical execution, one more example we will discuss. Okay. So let's say we have app.jsx only. Okay. Which is a parent component in which we have a function. Now two different variables I am going to declare. Okay. This is app. Okay. Inside this, I will declare two variables. Let's say the name is equal to, I will write it over here, Priya, one more time. Okay. And next I have age variable also, which is initialized with 23. Okay. So now what this component is returning, let's write it out here. Return. So what it is returning? It is returning simply a greeting component. Okay. Greeting. We will implement the greeting component. So while calling the greeting component, we will pass this probes, guys. First is key. So let's say key is name. First name is equal to, the value of name should come over here. First name is equal to name. Okay. Next, I want to display one more key. Sorry, I want to send one more key. Let's say my age. My age is equal to, the value of age should come over here. You can write the same key value names. Okay, age is equal to age. You can write it out. That is totally fine. Okay. Okay, understood. I'll just move it little bit over here. Okay. So now what next? Next, I'm going to close this greeting component. Done. Okay. So we are passing two data to this greeting component. First is first name. Second is my age. So these are your keys. This is first key. This is second key. Okay. This Priya value will come here, and this 23 value will come here. Okay. So now we have to implement greeting component, and there we have to accept this data. So I will close this return, and I'm going to close this function. Later you can write this export and all. Okay. While executing the code, practically we will write it. So now here I am going to create the greeting component. So observe very carefully. Okay. So this is my function. Function name should be greeting. Okay. While calling the greeting, are you passing any arguments? Yes. So parameter is must here. Props. Parameter is available. So now inside this, how the object will be created, guys? Inside this, one dictionary will be present in which the first key will be the first name and the value for this will be perfect. Priya, guys. Okay. Next key will be the my age. And what is the value for this? Age. Age means 23. So 23. So this value is present. This object is present in this variable which we have passed here. Props. Okay. So now this we can use inside our greeting. For example, let's say you want to print the message like this. Name. Okay. Name colon. And then you can write props. Props. Dot. Dot means go inside this object and get me the value of the first name. Okay, like this. So your first name, this props dot first name will be replaced with Priya. So now in this, you need to understand what is props, guys, and what are the properties of props. The first property, props can be passed from parent to child. You cannot pass any props, any properties from child to parent. Not possible only. Because at the time of calling only we can pass that properties. Okay. So the first property of props is we can pass the data from parent to child component. Second property, in a child component, props are read only. Read only means you can just use it. You cannot edit it, guys. For example, inside props, we have a first name Priya and my age is equal to 23. You cannot change the name from Priya to, let's say, Ankit. Here, if you are trying to modify the props, it is not allowed, guys. It is not allowed. So let's execute the code practically and let's get the better clarity about this. Theory, if we discuss more, we will end up with the confusion only. So let's move towards the practical execution of our code. Okay. So on the other side, I will open the output also, which we were getting. Okay. I'll just close this first. So this side, we will open the output. So this is the output which we were getting in our last video, guys. Okay. So we are going to do the changes over here now. Okay. So we'll go back to our home, app.jsx. If you want to close all the files, you can select close all like this. Okay. All the files got closed. Now we'll go to the app.jsx. Now I don't want to return this home about contact. So I will remove it from here, home about contact, everything. As soon as I save the code, see, everything got removed from here. So I'm going to create one greeting component. So here what we will do, we will create one new folder with the name components. Okay. And inside this folder, I'm going to create a new file with the name greeting.jsx. Why like this? You will understand. Wait for it. If you create outside directly in SRC, guys, that is also fine. So here we will create a React functional component. Greeting is the name of that component. What it is returning? It will return one simple message, hello, and the name. Where the name is present, name will be present in app.jsx. Okay. So here I'm going to render our greeting component, greeting. Okay. So now I just wanted to tell here that how we can import the greeting component. Now check here. I have told import a greeting component, but where it is present? Inside the same folder in which app.jsx is present. Inside which folder app.jsx is present? Inside SRC, right? So I'm telling in the same folder, you will be getting one more folder with the name components. Okay. Inside that, you will get greeting. So see, inside that, we got a greeting. Okay. So understand how we are writing import export statement. So I'm telling import greeting from this path. Okay. Now we are going to pass the data from app to greeting. So let's pass the data. What data? First we will take name over here. Name is equal to, I will write Priya. Okay. Now next we will write age also. Age is equal to, I'm going to write 23. That's all. So we'll save the code. Now here we will pass those properties. Look very carefully. I will write first name as a key is equal to, what is the value for this name? Next, we will write my age is the next key. What is the value for this? It is age. Okay. So two different properties we have passed. To which function? Greeting function. So to greeting function, you are passing the arguments, but is it accepting the parameter? Do we have a parameter to accept this argument? No, we don't have. So we will simply write it here props. You can check here properties. You no need to write as of now this and all. Just write properties. We'll save the code. Okay. So now we will display one message over here, H1. Here I will write hello. And that name it should display here. So we will write props, properties, dot. What is the key name? Key name is first name and my age, right? So we will write the key here. Key is first name. So I will save the code. You can check it out here. We got hello Priya. So we are passing the data from app to greeting. Now, if I tell here, or if I try to modify this, see, props.first name is equal to, I'm going to change it with Ankit, guys. Ankit like this. I will save the code, see. It is not allowing only. So you cannot modify the props. You can just read the data. Your parent has sent some data to the child. So child can only use it. Child cannot modify it. If you want to use the age also, you can write it like this. Here I will write my age is. And inside this we will write props dot age you should not write, guys. You should not write age because age is not a key. What is the key? My age is a key. So I'm going to write it here. My age. This is the key. We'll save the code. Okay. So you can check here. Hello Priya and my age is 23. So this is what we call it as a concept of properties. So props can send the data from one component to another component. Or more specifically, we can say from parent component to child component only we can pass the data, and they are read only in the child component. We cannot modify them in the child component. So in the interviews, many times they will ask you, can we pass the props from child to parent? So you should tell it is not allowed. It is a one-way flow of data. From parent to child only is allowed. I hope I'm clear with this. So one more example we will see over here. See, inside app, we are rendering greeting, right? So from greeting, you can call some other component. For example, let's say inside greeting, we have already created a home component, guys, right? So you can call the home component over here. Okay, like this. I will save the code. So we are calling the home component, but have we imported it? No, we have not imported it. So I'm going to import home. So I will write import home component. Okay. From where home component is present, guys. Now how to give the path? Greeting is present here. If I go outside, one more time go outside, then in SRC we have a home. So we have to tell here, what is the path? Go outside, one more time go outside. In that folder, we will be having home component. See, like this, we have to import it. Why? Because I am importing home inside greeting. But where is home? Go outside, so it will come to component. One more dot, go outside, so it will come to SRC. So in SRC, we have the home component. So that's why I have mentioned two dots. Okay. Two dots means from greeting. First dot means go outside, components folder. One more time, go outside. So components is present inside SRC. Okay. So parent of greeting is component. Parent of component is SRC. So two dots means first you go to the parent of greeting. Then go to the parent of component. So control will come here. So inside src, we have home.jsx. Okay, as simple as. So now we'll go to the greeting one more time. Okay. So now greeting is actually a parent for home. So inside greeting, we will declare one variable. Let's say greet variable. This variable I'm going to initialize with, let's say, hello. Okay, hello from greeting. Okay, this is a component name, hello from greeting. We'll save the code. So now I'm going to pass this message to the home component. Now you can check, already we got the output for home component, but I'm going to pass this data to the home component. How we can pass this? Just write the greet as a key. What is the value for this? Value is nothing but a greet variable name we are passing over here. Okay. So now from here, let's go back to the home component. Okay. Where it is, here is our home component. Here I will take one more H3 element. First, we are passing some data to the home component. So accept it, props. So inside this, I'm going to write properties. Okay. And then we will write props dot. What is the key name? Greet, right? So we will write greet. We'll save the code. Okay. Let's check it out. What is the key name? I guess we might have missed the key name. I'll just save it one more time. Yeah. So here I forget to save the file. Okay. So that's why it changes. We haven't saved previously, so we were not getting the output. So now when I save this, see what is the value of greet key? It is hello from greeting. So this data I'm using inside my home.jsx, and we got the proper output. So let's understand the flow one more time. Okay. So see what we have did, how we have passed the data. Who is our main parent component? Actually, inside your main.jsx, your app component is being rendered. So here we will write render the app component. Okay. After that, what we did, we created greeting.jsx. Okay. Greeting.jsx. Okay. And we have already created one home.jsx. So here I will write home.jsx. So from app component, I'm calling, first I will move it little bit aside. Okay. And here I will display app.jsx also, app.jsx. Okay. So now you only check, see inside main.jsx, we are calling app. Inside app.jsx, you are calling which component? Greeting. Okay. Inside greeting.jsx, you are calling a home component. Okay, like this. So now you only tell me who is calling home component. Who is calling home component? Greeting, right? So for home component, greeting is a parent. Okay. Who is calling the greeting component? Who is calling, which component is calling? App component. So for greeting, your app component is a parent. Who is calling the app component? Main.jsx. So main.jsx is a parent file for your app.jsx. So what I told guys, probes can be passed from parent to child only, correct? So that's why app is a parent for greeting, right? So that's why while calling this greeting, here we have passed the data. Okay, here we have passed the properties. In the similar way, while calling the home, here we have passed the properties. Okay. So later you can use these properties object inside your greeting. You can use these props object inside the home. Okay. So this is what we call it as a one-way flow of data, unidirectional data, only parent to child. Okay. So in this direction, data is not flowing. Do remember, data is flowing from parent to child. Okay. So I'm going to remove this. Okay. This might create the confusion. So we will modify the diagram little bit. We will show parent-child relationship. Okay. So this is the parent main.jsx. For this parent, app.jsx is a child. So now app.jsx is a parent for greeting.jsx is a child. And greeting.jsx is a parent for home.jsx. And how we are passing the data, you only check. Greeting is a parent passing the data to its child. In the similar way, so on. Okay, sorry, app is a parent sending the data to your greeting. Greeting is a parent sending the data to the home.jsx. So I hope I am clear with few points about props. Props are nothing but the properties which allows to pass the data from one component to another component, from parent to child. In child, we cannot modify the properties. Okay, and this is unidirectional flow of data. Okay, from child to parent flow of data not allowed, only parent to child is allowed. I hope I am clear with this. Okay, so in the next video we will learn, we will practice with few more examples of props, and we will start with our next topic. Thank you everyone.